Okay, this I just want everyone to understand. This was a long time in the making. Christian has the patience of Job, but the man's a busy man. I just want to say, to get him on a Monday night, the man's a busy man. He's out doing the amazing things, making sure the house can breathe. It's an amazing thing, and we are just so thankful to have him. So anyway, I'm William Black. Who are you?
Christian Blakely. You can call me
Christian Blakely. We are here, otherwise known as the Mr. B. We are here for Alpha Talk. Yes, exactly. We are the inaugural, what do you call this, Christian? This is the launch of something that I think will be special.
Or something canceling. I don't know. You could go either way here.
There you go. So we're stepbrothers from another mother. As you can see from our shirts, it's symbiotic. It really is. So Eve Candris, hello. I see Ruth Pearson. Oh my God, there's a ton of comments. Trisha, how are you? Yes, Trisha, you are going to need a drink. This is number 4, by the way. So keep up. Yeah, Christian's got the.
I'm not doing canned water tonight.
He's got the brewski tonight. Got the brewski. Yeah. Selena, getting my pants on was a problem. I hear Christian went pantless. So you know what? I'm not judging. I'm not judging. Can we all make? And I also want to make sure everyone sees the testosterone level in the upper right-hand corner. We're on a high level tonight, so it might be a bit toxic in here. A bit of a parental warning. I don't give a shit, but it's a parental warning. So there you go. Okay.
Well, and you did say you were going to keep the testosterone just below getting pegged.
Exactly. No pegging. Yes, exactly.
Pegging on the show. Just make sure. And we've done it at 8:03.
And we've entered the territory. Exactly. You guys, when Christian and I talked earlier this week, about 2 hours, there was no topic untouched, was there, Christian?
Yeah,
no topic untouched.
Absolutely not.
Maybe there should have been some untouched. Anyway.
Yeah.
I see Eve. I see Nikki Ann. Julie, hello. Elinda, how are you? Nicole, Lakeisha, and Tracy. Oh, awesome. I see all you guys. Renette, she's disappointed. Where's your awesome? I had the intro. I gave you an intro, Renette. You got to go back and watch. You got a full 30 seconds of intro with brand new music that I did not record, by the way.
He gave you 30 seconds, Renette. I mean, come on.
30 seconds for me is like a lifetime.
That's average.
And I hear for Christian, it's 2 lifetimes. So I don't know. It's amazing.
Shower included if we're doing
that. Well, shower included, and maybe even a small nap, But again, welcome, guys. We're on the Shayla Black channel because honestly, I don't have a channel. So that's just what's going to happen. But I thought it was time. That the YouTube audience, all the book beauties, all the Anna's Angels, they had an opportunity to get the perspective of the romance author husband. I think it's an unheard voice a lot. I think we have a lot to bring to the table. I know I tell myself that all the time. Christian, I think you can attest to that. Yeah. From time to time.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I try to tell her all the time that well, in fact, just the other night we were talking, I swear to this, just the other night, I swear, we were talking and I said, you know, I've been trying to get into the back end of your business for a long time, meaning that the numbers and the understanding and trying to help her. And we're a team. I want her to grow. I said, I've been trying to get in the back end of your business. And she says, you want to get in the back end of my business? I was like, yeah, but you typically won't let me. So
thank you. I think we're helping hands, Christian. Right. We come in with helping hands and hearts and maybe other things. And we try to give until, you know, we can't give anymore or the top of the hour. So, you know, it's really how it goes. Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. We leave it all, you know, we leave it all on the floor. Nicole, 3 nights in a row. I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. Okay. Yeah. You've got Christian and Anna tomorrow night. You allegedly have Shayla and I tomorrow night. Shayla was going to have a special guest on Wednesday night. Sorry. But we had to push her to another week. So you'll get the 2 of us on Wednesday night. But yeah, I mean, 3 nights in a row. It's, can you make it, Christian? I don't know.
That's everybody to cancel their cable and their satellite.
Why do you need cable when you have Boats and Hose 24? I mean, did we just become best friends? I mean,
just don't touch my drums.
Exactly. Do not touch my drums. If you guys don't know what we're talking about the movie Step Brothers with Will Ferrell and Riley. What's his name?
The other
John
guy.
C. Riley. John C. Riley.
Yeah. 3
You're
Nights at
right,
Robert's.
Selena. It's the men behind the women. Men behind the women.
Just right where we want to be.
But again, I think I get this a lot at cons and stuff like that. What's my perspective? How I kind of came into the business and stuff like that. I know you're coming into the business as well. You've been working with Anna for a while on this stuff, and it's not only is it rewarding, but it's also an opportunity for us to find our voice because I think, frankly, we deserve it.
Well, and I asked if I could help, not as I want attention to me, or she has built a wonderful, just like Shayla. I mean, and I love that, and I'm so stinking proud of her. In fact, we were talking about this Saturday. I had a conversation a few months ago, but somebody said that they were aware of some people that once their wives become, not famous, but
they are.
Once they become, they become successful,
well known. Exactly. Yeah.
That the husbands they end up leaving and divorcing, and I'm like, why would anybody? We're a team, and that's I try to tell my kids, when you get in a relationship, you should be a team, and if you're not trying to improve each other, like not trying to change that person, but when you're on a basketball team, if that other player is better, then that just means the team's better. So, and I told her, I like to help, and I listen to the lingo. I don't read. I'm very open with the readers on that. I listen to the audios. I just don't like to read, but I love every other aspect of everything, the signings, and that's why we started to talk Tuesday.
Sure.
It's because we realized we wanted to be able to communicate more, and you just don't have enough time in signings, and we just love. And it was Flirty and KC with meeting with you guys that really.
Actually, we did more drinking together than we did eating or talking. Anyway, we're up in the
It was just seeing that interaction and how you guys opened your room and wanted people to come up, and I love that. I love that. And I tell our viewers, we're not readers anymore. We're friends. Bottom line.
Exactly. And Step Brothers. It's where I think Shayla started her career, right? And it was a close-knit community, the romance community. They were just all behind each other. And I think some of that kind of devolved a little bit as the industry changed, but I'm seeing that still come back together because folks, it's such a unique community and they get along great and the fans make the business. Exactly. I mean, the ladies are the smartest ladies. They know how to write stories and craft beautiful stories, but the fans are what bring you home. And Eve, don't let that go to your head. I'm just going to say, but it's what's happening. And yes, Nikki Ann, you're right. We're one big family. Now, I am not as good as Shayla at grabbing the comments. Okay. So trust me, I'm trying to read as I'm trying to be funny at the same time. So it's hard. It's hard.
Kelly. Yeah, it is. It's hard because I typically drive on Tuesday nights and it's tough and, trying to keep up with all that and then stay on track and keep time. And we always get behind on our comments and I feel bad because there's a delay and there's a delay anyway.
Right.
So by the time somebody's actually seeing this, we're, seconds or minutes ahead, but then
thank God for good internet because we're not talking on top of each other. Especially, I know sometimes that's hard when you're doing interviews, but you made a good point earlier. And you made a point when we talked the other day, you talked about husbands getting jealous of wives and their success. Mm-hmm. I've never been that way. You've not been that way. We're a team. And what did I tell you was the secret to the success of not being jealous?
Saying yes, ma'am.
No.
No.
2 words.
We have joint bank accounts.
Joint checking. Exactly. It's all about the joint checking, right? So anyway. Okay.
It goes back to that champion. You're on a basketball team and you win that championship. You all get a ring, you all had your part. You all played your part.
Thank you.
So, yeah.
I was never more proud of my wife is that when it was the last RT and it was in Reno. And Shayla received a Lifetime Achievement Award. And just my heart just kind of came out of my chest and we had the whole team there. A lot of her friends came in to see her and just to be able to be a part of that experience was insane. So we love that.
Yeah,
Okay, that's about as milk toast as sad sack as I'm going to get, but it's from the heart, and as everybody knows, and Anna's angels that aren't Shayla Black Beauties understand, I'm all about the heart. So
that's right.
There you go.
That's why I tell everybody on Tuesdays that tomorrow night, make sure you catch them at 8 because
it's the perfect tag team.
Yeah,
it's the perfect tag team, right?
Like we're brothers.
Exactly. So guys, I'm throughout the session here, I'm going to be scrolling some ideas for topics across the bottom. Christian already knows what I'm talking about because I spent a little time on it. Okay. I spent a little bit of time and just for topics for conversation, but I know I had a couple of questions I wanted to ask Christian about his experience and just some things I think that have been in the back of my head that we didn't get to talk about the other day. So, Christian, real quickly, 3 hot topics here. 3 hot questions I ask everybody or will ask everybody going forward, okay? The first one is first celebrity crush.
Drew Barrymore.
Wow.
Firestarter. Oh my God. I was the same age. Don't get me wrong. I wasn't watching.
Okay. No, I respect that.
And she's just so stinking cute. E.T., Firestarter. I mean, I was a young kid. She was just those little rings. So cute. And then as she got older and she did, more things like with, was it 50 First Dates, I think, with Adam Sandler.
Yep.
As cute as can be. And then even watching her now and seeing how she interacts with people is what makes her cute to me now, because I see her do interviews, go out on the street, giving people free copies of her magazine and people, and that could be a show, I don't know. But when people come up and they hug her and they love on her and she loves them right back. And that's, you don't forget who got you there. And it just pisses me off when I get to meet somebody and they're like,
Right. You get one opportunity to make an impression on someone, and you may not be having a great day.
Right.
You may not be having a fantastic day, but that whole person's life or your exchange, that one chance in a lifetime is going to stay with them forever. Yeah. And it's and I know Anna gets that. I know Shayla gets that. I mean, you're in an elevator accidentally and you actually meet somebody and you may not get to see them again or something like that. And what an opportunity to take advantage of and to just make someone's day and be cool, But
we talk about time a lot, and up until about last April or this past April, I was having some health issues. I sincerely thought I was on my way somewhere else. I mean, I thought I was checking out. And for those that don't know, I'm a nurse practitioner, so I know a little bit of medical. And we couldn't put a finger on it. And I really thought I was anyway, but that made me think more about time and how valuable time is. It's the one thing in our life we can never make more of. And when people sit and they're watching this, so all these people, Kelly and Linda, Ruth, Anna, Anna, I know you should be working, Anna. She's logged in, Trisha, Lainey, all these people that are sharing their time. That one thing we can never get back.
Take to listen to us bullshit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's. I'm thankful. And I know Shayla is too, and I know Anna and you are as well. Taking time out of your life that you'll never get back, but thanks for spending it with us. And if we get a few laughs, that's even cool. That's even better. So
it means more to us than we'll ever be able to explain or to describe. I mean, it is. And so when you get that moment and then they turn it on you, like, I'll give you a name. I don't care. George Brett, childhood hero. I wanted to be number 5 so bad.
Yeah.
I've met the man 3 times and he has been just a complete asshole each time. Now I still like him. I still remember those fond memories of things, but it's jaded with, you couldn't take the moment to just say hi.
Right.
Did I ask you to come over? Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. It's just that kind of attitude. I'm just, why do that? Just, I don't know. But I think it's important to be yourself too. You don't want to just say hi to be fake and to act like somebody you're not. So, I tell people like you, The way you
Right.
see right here is me. And I mean, we
Well-
had dinner the other night with some readers after a little signing in Liberty, and we warned them ahead of time that what they were going to get into was just really what you see, and that's what it was. And we had a blast because I don't pretend to be anybody different.
It's too much work to be fake.
Yeah.
I don't have the time it's exhausting to be fake. I
Yeah.
mean, it's easy to be yourself. And I told you, I said one of the greatest compliments we ever received at one of our cons was someone came up and said, "You know what? You guys are exactly how you are on video.
Mhm.
You're exactly who you are in person or in that." That's a huge compliment to me.
Yeah.
Is that honestly we're succeeding. Then we're being as genuine and as honest as we think we are, and we want to be with everybody. And it's just too much hard work to be fake, and I can't stand that. That's probably why I don't have I have a talk show on YouTube now. I don't have it on a network television. So apparently
You're not a politician.
Exactly. No,
On either side.
Oh no, on either side. Yeah, I'm not a politician, and though I would be good at it, I think I could talk out of both sides of my mouth if I wanted to, but
Yeah.
I would hire Shannon Hunt as my campaign manager, so I wouldn't have any problems.
Oh
So,
Lord.
okay, and I tell you mine, and I told you mine the other night, but I'm going to tell everybody here. My first celebrity crush. Now I'm a little bit older, but my first celebrity crush was Farrah Fawcett from Charlie's Angels.
Mm-hmm.
Lived and died, that poor woman. Bless her heart. Rest in peace. But I was a kid that lived in Hawaii on the island of Oahu when I was 11. And some of our neighbors were military guys. He was a military guy. And the Marine base was close by on a beach. And he heard that they were going to be filming an episode of Charlie's Angels when Farrah was leaving, and they were introducing Cheryl Ladd as the new angel. Well, they invited us to go with them. And I was able to get Kate Jackson's autograph, and I was able to get a picture with Jacqueline Smith. Cheryl Ladd, who cares? Farrah Fawcett. I was a Farrah Fawcett guy. So, but that was awesome. That was awesome. They were so nice. They were so nice, and didn't have to be, but they were so nice and took the time to do that. So
That's cool.
And then I will say one other time, Katy Perry. Katy and Perry and I had a moment about 10 years ago. We spent a little time together. I might have been 50 rows up, but she winked at me from the stage. She looked right at me. We had a moment with each other, but I'll leave it there. I don't want to go into too much detail about that because it might be uncomfortable for her, but just going to say.
There's probably an NDA involved in that and everything.
Yeah. NDA afterwards. And it's we don't want to get into the details. That would
and it makes me sign one of those too every night. So it's fine.
Oh, yeah. In blood. All right. My next question for you. Christian Blakely, one meal for the rest of your life. What would it be? Cuisine, dish, what have you? What would be that?
Golly, that's a tough one for the rest of my life. I'd have to go. Whew, that's tough. I'd probably go steak and potatoes.
That's a fine answer. That's a fine answer.
Yeah, I don't know. That's tough because I can go barbecue and I can go Mexican, but the good old standby. I finally get back home after being wherever I've been for a long time. Give me a steak and potato, and I'm good. So
I completely agree with you. Kelly knows me way too well. It would be Asian food and pecan pie for dessert. Sorry, those are the two. That would be my rounded out meal because yes, I am multicultural. I mean, and I'm happy to admit that I'm multicultural. I enjoy the diversity of food, but it brings two things together for me: Asian food and sweet sugar pecan pie, and I'm a happy man. Maybe with a small. I'll go with an unsweet tea. We'll be healthy. I'll go with an unsweet tea. How's that sound?
That's great.
Yeah, Ashley. What Ashley say? Loves her some steak and potatoes.
Lakeisha, I'd throw some shrimp on there too. Absolutely.
Oh my God, shrimp is awesome. Oh, geez.
Grill those puppies up. Mm-hmm.
I think she may have been talking to someone else. I don't know what this was, Nicole.
Well, somebody mentioned how they were from Canada and they had to be nice. Because
Minnesota is nice. Canada folks in Canada are really nice.
Yeah. Kelly Wolford said that she's from Canada, or she's Canadian, so we had no choice but to be nice and polite.
Eve, unsweet tea, I will take it, but I'll go half and half on my tea, half sugar, half sweet tea, half unsweet tea, and I'm happy with that. And by the way, those of you, there's your friend Jason.
As I say, Jason just commented on candy bacon.
Candy bacon, Jason.
Bacon. Oh my gosh, it's delicious. It's a snack. It's a meal. It's an entree. Whatever you want to make it that night.
Oh my God, that sounds amazing. Sounds amazing. Does Mr. Blakely have another job outside of home, or does he run the show for Anna also?
I am a nurse practitioner full time. I work for the VA. I'm actually the hospice and palliative care coordinator for our region. I'm slowly trying to get more involved in the business side of things. I would never say I run the show. That's definitely Anna. I don't know how she does it, but she's amazing with what she does. But there's things that I think I can add to it. And then we have our oldest daughter, Abby, who's a marketing major. It'll graduate in May, but she's been helping with like social media, and she built our website and our store. And
Abby, right?
Abby made these.
Abby, thank you, Abby.
Big props to my abs. In fact, I spent my whole drive home from work talking about other t-shirt ideas that we had for the store. So it's definitely a family adventure. It's been fun. It's a blast. It's absolutely
awesome. Yeah, if folks don't know my backstory, I for 20 some odd years I was a corporate man at I'll just say at Verizon, and started off as a customer service rep, answering the phones. Which, let me tell you something. Once you're a customer service rep, no one can ever take that away from you. You've got a skill set for life when you can do that and multitask. But worked my way up through management and had a great career, doing really well. And then, of course, Shayla knew how to get to me. She says, you know what? You're costing me money by working. I said, but honey, I make this much money. Come on, you can't just turn that down. But apparently you can. When she showed me the spreadsheets, and she said, you know what? I have to hire all these people to do what I need you to do. I said, well, okay, screw that. I'm coming home. So that was my foray, and we've been about 10 or 12 years in now. So
yeah, and it's such a big thought, and it's nothing about like what we're just talking about. I don't have a problem working. As Anna says, you're not going to work for me. You're going to work with me. But I don't have a problem working for her. I got to work for somebody. I might as well do somebody I love, Right. And it's just, it's just that, just how to make that leap,
my wife knows the business so well, and she's been in it for so long. I will defer to her on direction and what book to write. I mean, she knows the business, but I like to think that sometimes I can bring an objective eye or voice into it, is to say, does that really make sense? When you look at all the opportunities, because your passion, you're a writer, you have passion, you're writing you don't do it because it's a job, you write it because you love it, right? And sometimes that love can mask maybe what's good business. And if you're going to write another Reed Family Reckoning versus another Wicked and Devoted, or Wicked Lovers, Soldiers for Hire, or getting Shayla's Doomsday Brethren back out. I mean, what takes the priority? And sometimes I like to think that I can kind of bring that business sense
right
to her. But again, she does both jobs very well. But sometimes it's kind of fun to think that I can actually have something. I do something a little bit more than cook and do the taxes. So it's a good thing. It's good.
Well, and in fact, Anna and I were just talking about this morning. I said, the problem is when you're so passionate about it, it's hard to separate thinking with your heart and thinking with your brain. And
right,
Lord knows she's got a big brain. I'm not saying anything like that, but it's just sometimes we get so wrapped up in what we're passionate that we're thinking here, and we ignore when this is telling us maybe not. And so you need that person just to kind of say, and Lord knows she's done it. I would never be where I'm at had it not been for her pushing me along the way, because I've had my setbacks that I was ready just to throw in and say I'm done.
Sure.
And she's like, no, that just means you go over here and you start over, and it'll be fine. And we'll do it. We'll get it done. And it was always, we will get it done. And
My wife has a great brain. She has a great heart. But I think as a man, I think with something else. And so it kind of helps sometimes. I don't know if everyone knows what I'm talking about, but I think we understand stepbrother.
yeah,
We
yeah,
understand these things. Yeah,
You
exactly.
have different ways of paying me.
All right, Jason, are we going to have a soap opera next? The day in the life of the author husband. You know, I'm thinking, Jason, maybe real lives of the romance author husband. If they want to pay me how much money they're doing, I think Christian and I could sign up for that. So that would be a great little mini series.
I see a couple of my buddies on here. I just want to real quick say, hey, Nathan Bop on there, good fraternity brother of mine. Sam W, that's my buddy Sam. I always talk
Nathan.
about. He said, Sam says KC barbecue and half tea, half lemonade. Little Arnie Palmer there. Yeah. If I had to go with a group of food, it'd definitely be barbecue. But if I had to pick that one thing, it'd be steak.
You know, barbecue done well.
Yeah.
And I'll say that not everyone can do barbecue, but yeah, barbecue is. You can't. It's good. Smoked food is amazing.
Yep, good stuff.
Yeah, Kelly. Likes an agenda. Yeah, I've already gone off the rails on the agenda. That's for sure. That's for sure. What's Trisha saying? Jason, we can call it As the Pages Turn or Days of Our Wives. Oh my God! Take a snapshot of that. That's actually pretty good. Take a snapshot of that.
That is brilliant.
And I think we need to send Trisha a non-disclosure agreement right now, because I think I want to take over that right there.
I'm pointing the wrong way. She comes up with stuff all the time on Tuesday nights, and I'm like, we're just over here with our pad and paper, just writing stuff. She's Mr. Calling if she's not in marketing. That's
awesome. Okay, my last question, just to get to know you a little bit.
Absolutely.
Okay. And you told me this story the other night, but feel free to tell the same story however you want to, or a different interaction. But, and of course, maybe you already have with George Brett, but your favorite celebrity interaction.
I can't tell you the name.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll tell you the name. I won't tell you how I know. That way I protect it. It's work related. I met the bassist for Alabama, Teddy Gentry.
Sweet.
And I met him professionally. It's been years ago. Did everything I was supposed to do, and then at the end, I just said, I just want to let you know that I know who you are, and I'm a huge fan. I grew up listening to your music. I just want to let you know that, it's been an honor to take care of, and blah blah. Mm-hmm. And he said, "Are you going to the show coming up?" And they were going to be in Kansas City like that week. But I was in nursing school at the time. I was working at this urgent care. I didn't make any money. I worked part-time, going to school full-time. Anna was in her first or second year of teaching. So, and I said, no, I'm not. I said, I'm in school. I can't afford it. And he said, give me your name and number. I'll get you tickets. And I said, I can't do that. And he would not leave. And he called me sir the whole time. And I was 28. And he kept I'm not leaving until you give me your number. I'm like, all right. So I finally wrote it down. Never heard from him. The night of the show, I kid you not, we had just gone to a bridal shower. I get a phone call. Is this Christian? I said, yeah. He said, and Southern accent. He said, this is Teddy Gentry from the group Alabama. I said, okay.
Oh my God, Teddy.
And he said, my wife was doing my laundry and she found your number in my pocket and I forgot all about it. I was supposed to call you and get you tickets to our show. Are you still able to come tonight? And I said, yeah, sure. And he said, how many tickets you need? And I said, just 2. Because by that time it was
right.
late. He said, they'll be at the will call. We were 6 rows back, center stage.
Holy shit.
They played the entire show, and I'm going to show the number, but I still have his phone number.
Holy shit. That's awesome.
I've never deleted. I don't even know if it's still his number. I don't care.
Yeah.
But
no, you'll never delete that. You'll never delete that.
No, but we did. We get to go to the show, and he was the talk about meeting your celebrity, nicest guy. That was probably the coolest, like, not expected interaction.
Right.
But I got to meet Richard Dreyfuss this year at Planet Comic Con. This guy had a line 4 hours long.
Oh my God.
He talked to us for 10 minutes, easy 10 minutes.
That's so cool.
We talked the state of our country. We talked about my military service. He gave me a free signed copy of his book because it was $120. He gave it to me free because he saw my Air Force hat.
Oh wow.
I told him about my tattoo here. That's my daughter's handwriting, and it's the oath we take as we go into the service.
Mm-hmm.
And I told him, I said, as long as I have a breath in me, this doesn't have an expiration. So as long as I have a breath in me, I'll still stand up for this country.
Right.
And he literally had to reach up and wipe a tear.
Oh, jeez.
Just a genuine, caring guy. This his people kept pushing, like, you got to go.
Gotta go. Yeah.
He kept telling them, leave him alone.
That's so awesome.
Just a genuinely, but as far as a unpaid for meeting, Teddy Gentry was amazing to meet him, and just as cool as he was, just as laid back, and called me sir and polite, and so anyway.
See, I mean, I love hearing stories like that. I love hearing stories that are positive. Dreyfuss is just a hero. I love that guy. I mean, just a chance to even spend 5 minutes with him, much less 10 or 15. That's awesome.
I was
and then
staring at his picture, staring at me there.
we saw Alabama 2 years ago, Shayla. I don't remember. And I think Shayla had seen him once before. I had never seen Alabama. And we went, and it was at the arena in Fort Worth. And I'll tell you right now, these guys sound freaking amazing.
Mm-hmm.
These guys are in their 70s. They sound amazing, and they put on one hell of a show. And Randy Travis was there. And they actually had Randy Travis. They did one of the songs, and Randy had jumped in and threw a few lines in from the audience. But it was just so cool, and I'm so glad we had an opportunity to see them live. I mean, just loved it. Just loved it. Those kind of bands will never be again. Never be again.
Nope.
It's over. Nope. It's done. Yeah. It's crazy.
That's what I thought. We got to see. Anna got me tickets to go see Willie Nelson 2 summers ago, and ZZ Top was opening. Well, George Thorogood opened, and then ZZ Top came. They closed the show. Willie was in the middle.
Okay. Wow.
It was right after Dusty passed away from ZZ Top.
Okay.
And so the bassist, he'd passed away unexpectedly. They decided to go on with the tour. They had the bass tech come in and do his part, because this guy knows all the, he knows the playlist, he knows the songs. To watch him up on that stage, he was dancing around, he'd gone from being behind the scenes to being right spotlight on the stage, and it was living his best life.
Loving every minute of it. Yeah.
It was so enjoyable to sit and watch this guy that I don't even know his name, but to see the passion, the love, as he was he may have been high as hell. I don't know, but he was loving it as he just floated around. So if he was high, that's fine too. I don't care. He was loving his life out there, to the point where there was a part where he was supposed to come up and do a little or whatever. And the lead singer's looking at him going, and he goes, when he ran up there, he goes, He just got lost in the moment. He wasn't even.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
And that's the stuff awesome. I'd love to see when I go to a show. I like to see him just freestyle and have fun and just.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah. You're not there to put on a show. You're there to meet your fans, meet your listeners.
To entertain. Exactly. Yeah. Well, to entertain and leave you with an experience.
Yeah. Genuine.
Not just go through the motions. Right.
Eric Church changes his playlist every show, so that this is what he says on his radio show anyway. But he said that way I can incorporate where I'm going. He said I can put in a song talking about Cincinnati, or I can put in a song talking about Kansas City, or we're from Texas, screw you. Mm-hmm. He'll play that when he's doing Texas, but he won't play it in Kansas City. And he said I do it to try to bring the crowd what they want to hear based on where they're. And I love that. I mean, that's what you should do. But I don't know. That's just me. I'm not a big singer, so I don't know.
Well, I have tried to be a big singer. I am told then I might not be a good singer. I don't know if you know this. It's on the internet, and a lot of folks know it, and there's some videos of it. But I play a very mean rock band on Medium. Okay, I've been known with the guitar. It's pronounced guitar, by the way. And I can. What's the term? I can thrash on the guitar pretty well on that. And I do like to sing when I'm playing guitar, but Shayla won't let me near the microphone, and I don't know why. I think she's a little embarrassed that I'm just a little bit better than she is. But you know,
you're better than I am. I can't play the radio, so there's no hope for me with music. And it sucks because I love, like, we go up to the neighbors and they've got a bar and a karaoke set up, dance floor and all that. I love going up there and singing for all 8 of us because I just like that feeling of that performing. But I'm horrible.
Well, dude, all you need is one of these. This is all you need right here. Okay. This is all you need. And the book beauties know what this is because they've been serenaded before. And I believe some of them may have swooned from time to time. But it's important to know how to reach the audience. So
it's swooning. Is that when they go? Because if that's the case, I've had a lot of girls swoon over me.
Yeah, actually it's tapping out. It's tapping out. So.
Kelly says you're super humble.
You know, Kelly, it's hard to be humble. I'm just saying, it's hard to be humble.
What is it? No, Nathan, we're not singing. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, no singing tonight. No singing tonight. We are not warmed up, Nathan. Sorry, we're just not warmed up.
Yeah,
we were coming home. Where were we coming home from, Shayla? Good Lord. Anyway, we were right behind the tour bus for the Oak Ridge Boys, and we were both pulling off at like a Love's truck stop or something like that. They were getting fuel and stuff, and I was like, "Shit, let's hang out. Let's see if we can find them." But yeah, Shayla we had to get back on the road, so we didn't get to that. But I was disappointed. I like the Oak Ridge Boys.
Yeah,
they're good guys. Yeah, King of the Swoon. And we are on the tracks. Melanie, you're exactly right. We're on the tracks. So I guess what did I do?
We were coming back from Kansas City.
We were coming back from Kansas City, flirting Kansas City, Shayla just told me. That's when we saw the alleged Oak Ridge Boys. So of course they were probably on a Learjet or a G6 going somewhere, and we were just following the bus. So this is the time of the night. And guys, I warned you about this. I'm going to put up some suggested topics for Mr. B and I. This is when I turn it over to you. We had a bit of an agenda. Okay. Yeah. I know I'm very Mr. No Agenda, but this was the first time we had to make sure we hit some things. I wanted you guys to know Mr. B. You need to know me a little bit too. But it's my show. So what's going to happen? Anyway, so I'm going to throw up some topics here, and you're going to see it scroll. And take these as you want. I'm not going to read them out, but if you see one you like, you be sure to pop up, and we'll be happy to answer it, or Christian will answer it, and then I'll just nod my head. How's that sound?
A little time for some Q&A. All right.
A little time for some Q&A. No, I'm not trying to prompt the Q&A. Well, yeah, I guess I am.
Oh yeah. Don't hold back, because if you were on Tuesday night, you know that one of my friends came on, asked if she privately messaged me, said, "Can I talk about anything on here?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Okay." And I've known her for years, but she jumped on. She's like, "Can we talk about anal?" All right, we're just gonna go straight.
What the hell? Let's go another hour on anal. Yes, exactly.
Well, that might be a little too long, but anyway.
Okay, so you're a little too fast for me tonight. You're a little too fast. I'm a little inebriated, so I can't help it. Okay.
Sounds like another night with Anna. a little too fast and a little too inebriated. No, she doesn't drink. Yeah. She doesn't drink. I promise.
Yeah. What happened in Vegas? You guys saw down there. What happened in Vegas stays in Vegas, and Shannon knows the real story. I'm going to let Shannon answer that question. But yeah, she got tossed to the rules. She got tossed to the wolves. Best part of being an author husband. Hardest part, Christian.
Best part is just sharing the adventure with her. getting to know the behind the scenes, especially for somebody that doesn't read, and to really get to understand how this. I've always thought it was so cool that people make up movies. Like, how does your mind get from we're going to start like this and we're going to end it just like that? Like, that's just so learning that's been fun. Hardest part, deadline.
Yeah.
Hmm.
The deadline blues.
Yeah, it's definitely a love of the craft, because when she was still teaching, I talk about how she doesn't drink. She doesn't, but we used to, and it was a lot because because it was just stress. It was stress. It was just so much stress on her. She quit teaching May of 19, last day of school of May of 19, and we have bottles of wine with dust because we don't do it, and that's the love of the craft, and that's been the best part and the hardest part on the same thing, because there's times where you're like, okay, well, that's fine, we'll cancel this and then we'll do this and we'll adjust, and
that's where the business comes into play, right? Because you're right. I mean, I talked about it earlier, the love of the craft. They wouldn't do it if they didn't love it, but sometimes it's a job. And sometimes it's, you just got to crank it out, and you got to meet your deadline, and it's long hours. It's up till 2 a.m. and then up back again at 6 a.m. and get back to work. You got to make that deadline. But at the end of the day, they wouldn't do it if they didn't love it, because they're so damn good at it.
Well,
they're so damn good at it.
She said before, and this is where I don't want to say frustrated, but I feel helpless, because she said before, I had however many words, 3 chapters I just deleted because I read it. I just did not like it. It was not, they weren't talking to me the way I wanted, the way I thought. I deleted it because I want it to be good, which there's been times where that's caused, a delay on things, because she wants to make sure she's putting out the good and not just putting not just putting out. But anyway,
it's okay sometimes too.
Yeah.
Let's be clear.
So that's the from the support side. I can't always do anything to help her write more.
Right.
But then that's when I realized I could get involved in the business side of it and do those things that she really, I tell her all the time, you do what you do so well, let us do what we can do.
Right.
And then either train us to do the other stuff or ordering bookmarks. I mean, there's just little things that I never would have considered, the behind the scenes. We have to order all these things, and somebody has to sit down and design them and make sure it's what they want. And so it takes time, and that's time away from writing. Whereas if she, as she has, show us how to do it, Abby and I, then we can do that. And I love doing it. I love, that's taking that stress off of her. And so it's a lot more positives of being on this side than
our wives are truly entrepreneurs, right? And and because they're so invested in the business, they want their hands in all parts of the business. And Shayla had to learn very quickly, what are the things, and I had to help with this too. I needed to help with this. What are the things that we can take off your shoulders to allow you to be more creative? Right. Because I have no creative bone in my body whatsoever, but she does it so well. What are the things that we can take care of, that Shannon can do, that Rachel can do, that I can do to make your life better? So that when you wake up in the morning, you're like, I'm never going to get all this done. I want you to wake up thinking, I can't wait to finish their story. Right. I can't wait to finish this scene. I can't wait for the coupling, finally them to get together. I don't know if you know this, but Shayla doesn't like writing sex. It's really struggle for her. She's not, I have to coach her through a few of those things. But it's the small things.
We're still talking about writing.
No, let's be clear. It's not small, but it's a significant thing that I think that I put forth. So I believe in you, sweetheart. You can do it. You can do it.
I like to tease with people I work with that read her books, and I'm like, page 147, that's all me. Or chapter, I always say chapter 12. Chapter 12, that's my chapter.
Exactly. Okay.
Liar.
Okay, you just
Liar.
leave right now. Leave.
Liar.
Leave. Okay, she's violating the sanctity of
That's right.
the William Black Studios. I mean, there's a yellow tape right there.
That's why I got a lock on my door. There's a sign that said no girls allowed.
Okay, so of all the things I put in here, Laney, you picked cuddling, but I'll go with it. Do men like cuddling? I find I like cuddling on the sofa with my husband, but not in bed. I just want to lie down and go to bed once it's bedtime. I'll say this for me. My wife doesn't like to hold still. My wife is on the go constantly, but every once in a while, in very specific situations, she will allow some cuddling. And it's a nice thing to have her on my chest, the hair flowing all over the place, and just holding her. There's nothing quite like that. And that lasts for about 45 seconds to a minute. Then she's got to go off to do something else. But I think in the right context, cuddling's a cool thing.
Mm-hmm. I would agree. I love to cuddle. I'm kind of like Lainey though. I don't mind cuddling in bed, but when I want to go to sleep, you got to get away from me. I need my space. I need air because, well, and it's so hot. I mean, you know, and the heat actually. But no, I mean, I do love to like nothing better than spooning on the couch, watching a movie, a little, you know, light throw laying on you so that you just chill, and that's good. That's good.
Oh, sure. Kelly asks a good question. Does your wife as an author come to you and ask, as a man, what would you do? Or ask about a man's questioning about your body? Okay, so I'll say this. When Shayla comes in with me, she will come in and say, okay, put your hand here and put your hand here. She'll say, can I reach you here? Right? Whether it's a kiss or some other activity. And we will work that out sometimes. And that's more of a logistical thing. But she'll come in sometimes for me and ask, okay, if this and this happened, you as a man, what would be your raw response? Sometimes she's prepared for that response. Sometimes she's not. What do you think, Christian?
Well, I like raw, but
well, you talked about just prepare. That's all I'm going to say.
Get it there.
The shocker. That's right.
Anyway, no. So I get questions about. I guess she doesn't care about my how I hold her or anything, because I get questions about what gun would you use if you're going to breach this door, or what explosive would this really work? Do you think this would be too much? And I've told people since the beginning, I'm expecting the FBI at my door any minute because of the things that she researches, she's tried to find schematics to like the NSA, to the Pentagon. I mean, I'm like, honey, you can't.
Yeah. Don't put that in your browser history. Yes. Go to an incognito or something like that.
To the point when we went to DC, the end of June, 1st of July, we went to visit my buddy Jason. He's stationed out of the Pentagon. I was really concerned because he got us a tour. We got to go on a tour of the Pentagon. So cool. If you ever get the opportunity. We went to the White House, we went to the Capitol, we went to the Pentagon. Pentagon blew it all away. So cool. But I was worried we weren't going to get to be let in because I just knew she's going to be on some little watch list to, Miss Blakely, we need to speak to you, please. But no, we got in just fine. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. But yeah, that's usually the questions I get. I do get sometimes, would you rather if a girl did this or did that? I'm like, well, let's try them both and see. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Well, let's just see if the logistics or the
anything to help the craft.
If the position works. I mean, I'm all for that.
Anything to help the craft. I do it for the readers. I do. I do it I want it to be a genuine story, so I will give all of myself to make sure that the readers get a good story. So late nights, no problem. I'm here for you.
Okay, Nicole's husband Eric wants to know if we get sweaty watching Cops. Okay, so unfortunately, when I watch Cops, I identify with it a little too much because every suspect has their shirt off, and they're saying that's not my dope. That's not my dope.
That's
so
right.
I don't. I'm not a doper, but I tell you, I can understand the not wearing the shirt because apparently lately I don't have a problem taking my shirt off, and Shayla, people apparently frown upon that sometimes. I don't know. You've got the guns, and you've got the great ink there. I don't have any ink. I need to get some ink.
We can work on.
I just don't know what to get.
We can work on that.
I need some ink. I know that when I get it, it's got to be a lifetime, right? So I want one My buddy and I were talking about when we were on vacation. I said, okay, I'm not getting it in Cozumel. That's just not going to happen. But I want something, but I just don't know what to get, what I can live with.
And I don't get sweaty watching Cops at all. I promise.
Okay, I threw this question in, Lainey, because is Barbie really a dream girl? I am a Margot Robbie fan. I like her best as Harley Quinn because Harley Quinn. I mean, I like the crazy one. I like crazy ones. I don't know what it is. I love
Crazy in
crazy
the
girls.
head, crazy and anyway.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I know. But yeah, well, exactly. But I don't know that she's really a dream girl. I don't know. I don't know.
The toy Barbie, the proportions, it's
Proportions are a little not real. It's not realistic. It's not. Yeah.
I want a real girl. I want the farmer's daughter.
Yeah, exactly. I want curves are not a bad. It's not a bad word. Curves are not a bad word.
Sports cars wouldn't be fun if you didn't have curves.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
I just came up with that. I'm gonna have to write that down.
Oh my God.
That was a good one.
Oh, Kelly, she loves you, Kelly. She loves you, Kelly, or Christian. I've drank too much. I can't say the names right. Eve, Mr. Black likes to show off his moves. I have great moves, Eve. I have a video to attest to that too. I have great moves. But
you've got some stellar pictures out there on the old Facebook. So
yeah, I do. Unfortunately, I need to probably get those removed, but you know, it requires legal action. Julie, I'm a farmer's wife.
That's a little different than a farmer's daughter, but
well, tell me what's going on with Anna. What's coming up with her?
So Anna has got a release coming out the 29th, next Tuesday, a week from tomorrow. Ivan, oh my gosh, Ivan's story. She's going to kill me. It's marked for somebody's going to answer it right here for me. I know it's on her Mark series. She's very excited about it. She got a little frustrated with Ivan. She did have a little replanning with it, but she's been in a very happy spot. That's how I know. That's how I know how the book's going. It's the mood that you know when they come out of their office and they're smiling and they're
oh my God, yes.
Whereas they come out of their office and they're and you just walk away and just ooh. So
when Shayla comes out and she comes out in tears, but they're happy tears, then we've had a breakthrough. Yeah. Then we have reached the zenith of the scene or the book.
Talking again, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. She's got that, and then we're headed to Books at the Beach in September.
Nice.
We're excited about that. Yeah, it's our first trip there for Books at the Beach. We went to Neek a couple years ago in the same area, so we're looking forward to heading that area and seeing everybody again. Mark for Disaster. Thank you, Renette, and my drinking buddy there. I guess I owe you 2 beers now. So Renette's going to meet me down at Books at the Beach. We're going to
awesome
drink. So
awesome.
Yeah. So it's Jason came through too. There you go, Jason. But yeah, we're really looking forward to the Books at the Beach. We love the signings, just any of them. But that's one of the things that, I mean, that's a lot of planning and a lot of, we've talked about on our side, wish we just had like a camper we could just drive all over and just meet people, because that's the absolute best part is interactions. But it's hard to get out there and then pick, as we were talking this weekend about, where do you go and when and how, and you want to make sure you're getting to everybody as you can, but it's hard to plan. So, and
then have time still to write books. I mean, and I shared with you, I mean, Shayla is the world's worst of writing on the road. Why? Because she wants to be out talking to people, meeting people, hanging at the bar, at book events, and hanging with fans and other authors that she never gets to see. I think we were scheduled. I say scheduled because I love Star Trek: The Next Generation. So it just stuck. Anyway,
That's fine. I like that.
Okay,
I'll
you
give
just-
it to you. I like
I
it.
just screwed my own self up here. We were scheduled to go to Readers on the River, and we had to back out of that because of things going on with my mom, and we're probably going to be looking at making a move for her during that time. So we're going to have our hands full. But I think that's the only other author event that I think we had this year. Shayla is going to NINC this year, and she's excited about that. She's not been to NINC because we've always had a conflict. But this year she's going to go, and she's excited about seeing a lot of her old friends and new friends in an author industry environment that we just don't get to do that much anymore. I mean, RWA changed a little bit in what they're doing. RT was a good opportunity to see a lot of authors. Some of the other retreats and things kind of got canceled as well. So it's great to see fans and things, but it's also great to see other authors. And that was the camaraderie that they had. They just don't get to see each other as much.
Right.
But I'm with you. We've always tried to be strategic on going to different parts of the country to have events at. And this will be our first year going to Bray next year in Columbus, Ohio. And we are just thrilled about that. And we're considering adding a third next year. So we're going to do Book Bonanza, of course, because it's just down the road. But for Shayla to write these books, she's got to be home. She's got to be home for it because you just can't write on the road. And I've got to create an environment where she can actually get that done without putting more stress on her. So,
yeah, we were going to do Bray. We talked about it, and we announced my daughter is graduating college the same day as Bray. So my daughter, Abby, did offer us to just watch on the feed.
yeah.
I'm like, I'm not going to a signing in Ohio while you're graduating college.
Oh, no, you're not doing that. Yeah.
So we were offered it, or we had understanding. So it was no ill, anything. So we're looking at in 25 to go there. But
Cool.
Yeah.
What team's helmet?
Yeah.
Oh, my team. Okay, this one's special. This is a Oklahoma University helmet. University of Oklahoma. Bob Stutz at the time was the coach, and we got an autograph. This was for my father-in-law for, I think, one of his birthday or Christmas. I think it was for his birthday. And of course, he passed last year. So we got this came home with me. So I'm happy to have it here and makes me remember him. So I love it. And then, of course, I have my Bob Ross that keeps me grounded, thanks to the Shayla Black Book Beauties that send these things to me. And,
Love it.
nice little mementos.
That's right. Love it.
Nice little mementos.
I was trying to see, my favorite helmet's in the other room, but I do have a couple. I don't know if I can turn it without showing my mess. I have a couple there. There's
Nice.
that red one is my Tony Gonzalez, and then Tyreek.
Cool.
But my Patrick Mahomes helmet is in my bedroom, right where it belongs.
Oh my God, of course, right by your heart. Exactly.
Right next to my Glock. So,
Whenever you need a little inspiration for the little extra performance, you look up at Patrick Mahomes and you just bring it home, right? I
I'd hear his voice, and I'd be like, "Oh,
you hear his voice saying, "Come on, now you can do it. You can do it. You can do it."
I know it." It's like Kermit the Frog.
Hit that curl. Hit that curl. That's right. That's right.
Yeah,
No, I've got one of my father-in-law's. We got him a football one year, and it's got Barry Switzer signed it.
Oh, yeah.
So we've got his signature on that too, and it's in the other room. So, but well, cool. Well, anybody have any other questions? No one's asking about sleeping in the nude. No one's asking about Ted and Lance having sex together for someone else. Are we book boyfriend material? I think I did see that. No crotch watching. I don't understand that. One night stand, best songs. Does size matter? I mean, come on, guys. This is your last chance to really step up here.
Put on a helmet for a 2-minute drill.
Jason, he wears Mahomes helmet on his final drives. That was what I was trying to get at, Jason. I just wasn't saying it right. You drove it home correctly.
Is that when you run it up the slot?
Julie, actually, that's a question for you, darling. I don't know that I can answer that question because, you know, it's, I'm going to say yes, it does, because, you know, I think Christian and I, we've known each other for a good amount of time. I think we can say we walk the walk. So, you know, I think it's important.
Kelly, typically Kelly asked if I wear pants on live. Typically I do. I have shorts on today.
Okay.
Because I did it. Oh God, there's a much better question.
All right. Do guys like doing oral? Now
Yeah.
you're going into Talk Tuesday after hours, which is kind of what you guys are best at. So I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to give you my honest opinion, and then Christian, you jump in. Okay.
That's what usually happens.
I love it. I think it's awesome. I love it.
Yeah, I usually just jump right into it. Yeah, absolutely. It's I can't think of a better way to spend the day.
I say pack a bag. I say pack a bag, stay the day. I mean, make a picnic out of it. That's what I say.
It's the you know, change your address to between my thighs. Anyway, so that was a comment. I'm sorry, I misread. I misread.
So I think we answered the question.
No, but see, to me, there's the thing though, is it's about the pleasure you're giving to somebody.
You know what? Exactly.
The happiness. I mean, truly, it's not. I'm not trying to be, you know, perverted or anything, but it's truly the
I'm always trying to be perverted. Trust me.
Oh yeah.
But, I know, but no, I hear exactly what you're saying, because it's just, I don't know what it's a part of the overall experience, and and to me, that's the least I can do.
Yeah.
I mean, because she can go over and over and over again, and you know, bless her heart, it's not fair, but you know,
well, I think
I need a nap.
So bad.
Yeah, I know. Okay, we're getting bad here. We're getting bad. Nude beaches, yay or nay? Lakeisha, right back at you. What do you say on nude beaches?
Absolutely. It's
2 thumbs up.
It's we all have it. We all have our flaws. We all have our who cares? It's what made us.
Thank you.
Look at your scars, look at your wrinkles, and then remember what got you there. And you're fortunate to have it, because there's people that die well before they get all those. So enjoy them, because it's part of your life. It's a story. Just like the story you're reading in front of you, your body's your story. You know,
we only go around this earth one time.
Yeah.
You know what? And I'm sorry, that's to me it's the most natural you can be, and and be natural around everybody, and have a wonderful time. Just have a wonderful time.
Yeah.
Just make sure you use sunscreen. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah, Ruth, you're right. Good thing we are not on Facebook, because I think Christian and I would have been Facebook canceled at this point, but ask me if I care. I don't. Anyway, Kelly says both ways is amazing. Reciprocating, of course, is about the intimacy and the pleasure. It's about the pleasure and the intimacy you're giving a partner that you care about. Yep. And at the end of the day, it's all about caring about that person and doing what you can to make them feel good and be closer to them.
That's not to get too graphic, but that's a good point. How much more connected, can you be?
Thank you. Thank you. I'm all for it. All for it.
Jason.
Not everyone can get a watermelon through a water hose.
And those that can't need to keep trying.
You've got some pretty cool friends, I gotta say. Christian, you got some pretty cool friends.
I will admit, when I did the little teaser about something special going on Monday night, and I didn't say what it was yet, I had readers messaging me and commenting, "Is it Sam? Is it Jason? Is it Sam? Is it Jay?" That was. And then there was a few that said William Black, and they started tagging you, because especially when I gave the little teaser with the shirt, wearing a Texas shirt, for some people. But
you're really good at that. You're really good at the tease on that stuff in the promo.
The funny part is, I brought my shirt in here and had it on Anna's chair, just so I knew where it was and I didn't have to worry about it. And I just happened to be wearing that Texas shirt that day, so it all worked out. And I started to change it because I was going to throw on one of Anna's shirts. And I thought, no, Oh, I'm definitely wearing this shirt. It was perfect.
And y'all don't understand. We've been planning this for months, and then I had some issues in my life going on with my mom and stuff. We had to keep putting it off, but we've been wanting to do this, and finally found a good chance to do it. What's this here? Julie, it's not the size of the boat. It's whether the captain makes sure all the passengers get off. Okay. And you know what? Eve brings up a good point for once. That's rule number one.
I hear some background noise.
Do you hear? Okay, Shayla Black, you and your mother, and this might be a little too mature for your mother, so you might want to have to explain a few things, but you guys need to quiet down in there because you're echoing. Okay. Bullshit. My mother-in-law. It's okay. All right. Oh, and by the way, no, I was gonna say Eve makes a good point. If any of you ever find yourself in a threesome, okay, the number one thing is what Eve said. Everyone gets off, okay, because you can't leave someone off to the side.
No.
And then Shannon reminded me that, but if someone finishes early, what do? Well, Shannon, I said, well, they sit in the penalty. Right? They just sit and wait. Anyway, okay, now we've gone too far. So
You need somebody to go refresh your drinks.
that's exactly, so refresh our drinks. Exactly. Where is Shannon? She's supposed to be here. Causing me issues.
Oh, there she is.
Is sex on a cruise better than sex on land? Have you been on a cruise?
We have.
And did you? Did you?
Sex on the balcony of the cruise is pretty okay.
Let me tell you something. On Virgin Voyages, you heard about the Virgin boats?
I've never been on a Virgin boat.
Guess what they have on their balcony? A hammock.
Well played.
I share that as we're going to probably be going on one next year. So there you go.
Well played. That's smooth. That was yeah, that's good planning. We were lucky. We were down low, so we had literally we had the what do they call them, a cove balcony or cove.
Oh yeah.
So you had the enclosures that they could close it all off if needs. So a lot more privacy.
Nice.
Than having the where you can look up and see.
There's nothing better than the ship rocking and you're rocking at the same. You can time your anyway. Just saying.
Or not rocking and then you make it rock. But
Exactly. Of course, I'm going to tell you right now, we went on a cruise with some friends one time, and they let us know that the walls were a little too thin. Apparently, I make some noise. I don't know. I didn't know what noises I was making, but they said I could hear me. I don't know what it was, but maybe I was hollering for help, screaming, "Please stop!" I don't know. What is this? I'm scared. All right, Shannon, who allowed you to go around the world more than once, Charlie? Did you ask permission? Yeah, I know. I don't ask permission anymore, Shan. There you are, Shan. Yes, Shannon does call me Charlie, and that's a whole nother story. Janine, yes, there is nude backyard pool fun time sometimes, but Shayla will only do that when it's pitch black and I'm an armed guard out there, so that's the only time she'll do that. Size depends on if he knows how to drive the hammer home. Oh my, Kelly. Oh my. I think there's expectations with Kelly. I think there's expectations.
Not the size of the worms, how you dangle it.
Don't mind me just applying the sunscreen. Yes, Sam. Sunscreen is life.
Certain parts, absolutely. That would be my scare.
Shannon, it's all about the happy ending. Don't be a letdown. You'll be sent home packing. Exactly. Everyone has to be happy and like one another. That's all it's all about.
Technically, you should have been packing while you were there, but I'm just
Ba-dum-bum.
How far are we really going to take this? That's what I'm wondering.
I know. I need some sound. I need some sound effects. That's what I need. I think your wife gave up on us. I don't see her on here anymore.
No,
I think she's got her head down and holding it, going, "Please let it stop."
Back. She should definitely be interacting on this. This is funny. She's like, I gotta work. I'm like, that's fine.
I always said it's not the size of the boat, but how you sail it. Exactly, Kelly. Exactly. My grandma used to say she was a hunter because she hunted men. And oh my, Melanie, I got to say, I got a massage last time we were in Cozumel. I was getting a massage on the beach and it was amazing. It was a 30-minute massage. Next thing I know, and I'm drunk as a skunk, right? Next thing I know, I'm being mounted from behind. She was on top of me, massaging me. She mounted and she was just, I was like, I've never been mounted like that before. So I can't say that I didn't like it. So anyway.
Where was this?
In Cozumel.
I gotta say, I gotta look a trip real quick.
It's called Good Tips.
Oh, I thought that was the name of the. I thought that was the name of the.
No, it's called Just the Tip. Just the Tip. I've got a shirt like that. We got it Halloween Horror Nights, and it's just a bloody knife, and it says Just the Tip. So anyway, I'll have to wear that one night. That'll be
good. Girth more than length.
Girth is a real thing. I'm just saying. Laney, you do. It depends. Of course, it depends on the ocean that you're, or the body of water that you're on, and where you were on, what size the cruise ship is, and what your placement on the cruise ship. We like to feel the motion, so we like to be in the back. So we always feel something back there. I think in the front you can feel it as well, but I like it a little bit better. I like it a little bit better in the back. It's a little more intimate and it's a little more personal, frankly. So, Christian, you have a comment on that one?
I can't disagree.
Yeah,
I like it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think
I like I like being in the back. I don't like it in the back, but I like being.
No. Yeah, that's that. I like to. I like
the meter still isn't pegging. See, with no pegging.
Okay, hold on. I got to check our testosterone level here up in the upper right hand corner. Okay, we're still going high. We're still going high. We're good.
Eve, I can't help it. He's setting me up. He likes to be in the back because of the motion. I just can't. I'm sorry. Oh, and then you got to get Shannon's up there.
Where's Shannon's?
Yeah, right there.
Fuck not the boats. They're sharks. Not how a girl wants to be. Okay, Shannon. I mean, good job, darling. Good job on that one. Shannon is quick. And yeah, that's yeah.
Anna says, and
where's she at? Oh, there she is.
Which is the same thing I tell her often at night. I'm back in there at the wrong time.
I just say, prepare yourself, woman.
Player 2 has entered the game.
Exactly. Player 2 has entered the game. Eve, Charlie likes to do the mounting, not the other way around. Exactly, Eve. Exactly. I respect everybody and everything and every persuasion, but I know me, and I perform at my best in that position. Yes.
I'm a giver.
Thank you. Ashley, just the tip and just a little bit, just to see how it feels. Eh? Well, that's when you promise it's just the tip. Okay, that's too much. Oh, Jason thinks you need a timeout. Yeah. I think he's doing great. Yeah, we're officially off the rails. We're in overtime at this point, guys. Basically, we're in overtime. That's so right. I think everyone's covered all my Q&A. Christian, anything else you want to talk about tonight, my friend?
I need a nap.
Tell me about it.
No, I think this is great. When we first started talking about it, we were very clear that it wasn't about trying to separate or, we're just trying to show a different perspective of things. And I think you're hitting it. I mean, that's what she said. But I think that
that's what she said.
It's fun. And obviously, I mean, look at your comments. You got people that seem to be enjoying it. So again, bringing happiness to people, and it's been a lot of fun and a good laugh relief on a Monday night. So I appreciate you.
Well, I appreciate you joining me in helping me get this launched, because we're not going to do this every week or anything like that. It's not going to be every week, but it's going to be from time to time. I just wanted to be able to do something that from, and honestly, as we started off the podcast or the broadcast, something from a different perspective.
Mhm.
I know Shayla and I have a great interaction. We have so much fun on Wicked Wednesdays. You guys have great fun on Talk Tuesdays, but it's really cool. You don't see two guys talking about romance.
Right.
You just don't do it. You just don't see it.
Right.
And coming from the perspective that we do, from the industry perspective, I think it's even better. And I think there's a whole lot more to talk about. So
Yeah, absolutely.
I think we're
Like
going to
Kelly
call
said,
it a
it's
night.
nice to get a different perspective. That's
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, hey guys, thank you all for joining us tonight. Big thanks to Christian Blakely, Mr. B, who's an awesome dude. Thank all of you for joining us tonight and the great comments and playing along with us.
yes.
Alpha Talk would not be fun without you guys, and we will do this again really soon. I'm working on some other guests to get them in here. May not always be guys either, because we can have alpha females as well, so that's a cool thing too. So we can talk about lots of stuff. And by the way, hang on, because I've got a cool outro. All right, so I'm going to try and do the outro right. So and I don't think Mr. B's seen the outro.
I haven't seen the outro.
You have not seen the outro. Okay, here we go. I got it ready to go.
And then I got to see the back end.
That's right. Well, it's all about the back end, so let's just be honest. All right, you guys have a great evening, and we'll talk to you soon. Love you.
Love you all.
Bye, guys.